Hello, friend. It's a cold, drizzly, wintry day out today, and I'm out walking. Kath here, and I'm bringing you along with me. And it's, as always, it's my intention to inspire you no matter what weather, what day it is, to get your coat on and your hat and your boots, or if you're in a warmer climate, just your shoes, and get outside, take a brisk walk, good for the heart and soul. And I'm out. Just thought I would talk to you today about wintering a little bit. It's not always easy. We're in February now, and oh boy, does it sometimes feel like it's long and dreary. And as you can see with the snow all melted in the fields, it's pretty, what's the word? I don't know, bland, dreary, something else, but I can't think of it. It's cold out. You're seeing my eyes water. I've been inside quite a bit, cleaning and clearing. Well, not really cleaning yet, more of clearing. And I talked about needing to organize things. I had some piles of clothes to go through, and it's happening, of course, a little slower than I thought between everything in life that happens. But I'm not stopping. I actually today have a big pile of clothes to go through after I talk to you. And I dumped it on my bed, and the big pile of clothes, dumped it on my bed, and I have a basket next to it. So it's either, and then I got hangers out. So it's either going to be hung up or folded or put in a basket to take for donation. So that's been kind of my system. And one thing I've discovered, as you know, I'm a real book lover, and I love historical fiction mostly, and nothing is better than curling up with a cup of coffee or tea and reading. However, that's great, and it's good to do in winter. But I found, I'm really watering here. I found the book that had been talked to me about so many times, Barbara Kingsolver's Demon Copperhead. Have you read it? I had read Barbara Kingsolver's book, The Poisonwood Bible, years ago, and I love sweeping sagas, taking you to different places in the world, and stories about families and rich characters, and they were missionaries in Africa in the Poisonwood Bible, and you learn so much, and it just takes you away. I've always loved a good historical fiction. So Demon Copperhead had been recommended to me many times, and it's popped up on my radar, and I just hadn't gotten to it. And from things that I'd read, it takes them time to get over that book. The last thing I read on I think somebody posted it. Oh, here comes Hazel. Somebody posted not too long ago. It might have been an Instagram post. They had a martini in front of a fireplace, and someone said, I'm doing this right now to get over Demon Copperhead or something like that, to recover from. And I was like, whoa. It sounds like my kind of book, but you kind of have to be in that mode to read something like that. And so recently, as I'm kind of doing the organization at home, going through tedious piles, doing stuff I hate to do, I came across Demon Copperhead on YouTube. I don't know if it's legal or whatever, but in the audio version. And it said Demon Copperhead Part 1, And I was just thinking, I've never done an audiobook before. I know I'm very behind the times, but I like the real books. And, but I thought, oh, maybe I can just try it. And it's actually in a young guy's voice, and it's in Southern Appalachia, a coming of age story in Appalachia. It's great. It's captivating. It's real. It's current day, almost maybe early 2000s, possibly mid 2000s, and it talks about being extremely poor in Appalachia, and the people and the opioid addiction and the foster care system and so many things. And wow, it's good. So I found this on 10 hours, Demon Copperhead Part 1, and thinking it was the whole book. Well, I finished the first 10 hours in a couple days of just, listening and doing things and in the car, everywhere. I go to bed at night, a couple hours, put it in, listen. So I got done and I was like, oh, it's not over. The book's not over. And I was thinking 10 hours is a long time for a book, thinking that was the whole book. Well, that was only half of it. And I did find part 2, and I'm not done with part 2 yet. It's another 10 hours. So if you have to tackle a project and at home or something or if you want to start a walking practice and you like to listen, I like to be outside in nature and hear the birds, which there aren't many out today. I do recommend it. I really, really, really do. I love that Appalachian area. I'm from the Midwest, and so it's southeast of us, and such beautiful country: Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous part of the country. But it's recently had Hurricane Helene come through and had a lot of devastation there. And so the people are already very poor and it's a different area, and it gives you some culture of the area. And a lot of people came up through the area into the north and then to out west. So a lot of people's descendants, mine included, came from that area. And so it's very fascinating. Highly recommend it. And I would love in the comments, if you're still here, thank you so much for joining me. I just appreciate your friendship and love to talk about books. There's some others I have on my stack, but the audiobook thing, I love it. But I was telling my daughter, because when I get into a book, everyone knows. It's like I become part of the book, and I get into the characters and everything. And I was telling her that the audiobook's okay, and it has a young man with an accent, and however, you're not using your brain as much as you would reading a regular book. I'm not. I feel like when I read the book, you're interpreting the phrases, and your brain is imagining a lot more in the actual book and the phrases and the language. If that makes sense. I think it does. If you're still here, you're a reader. And so I do think the audiobook serves its purpose because, we can't always take 10 hours. Well, it'd be more than that to read the book, if you really want to get through it like I am. But I do think it serves the audiobooks. I know some people love to spend 3 to 5 miles outside a day, walking and listening to books that can serve a purpose, or like I'm going to do here in a little bit after I go in and upload this for you. I'm going to put it back on and listen to the rest of it while I go through the piles of clothes. So it's very productive. I'm listening to a wonderful audiobook and going through piles of clothes that I either I'm going to keep, put in my closet, or get rid of and donate, and keep on the organizing and cleaning and clearing that I have so many and so much to do after I'm a mom of 4 grown kids, 17, 21, 22 and 24. So I still have a lot of their childhood things that I need to either put in bins or just get rid of so much. Yeah, that's definitely not my strength. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you out there, the dogs. I took a little pause here. Thanks again for joining me. Let me know if you have any sweeping historical fiction. Try Demon Copperhead. You can probably find it here on YouTube. Part 1 and part 2. They're 10 hours a piece. Or get it at the library or on Amazon, whatever. That's the normal things that I usually do. But I think it was meant to be for that to pop up. So I'm grateful for whoever uploaded that 2 parts of 10 hours. That's a lot of uploading. And if you can recommend anything else, I'd be so happy to put on my list. So you have a wonderful day, my friend. Thank you again for being here, and I will see you very soon.